All right, instant reaction. Giannis Antetokounmpo is going to Miami, and this is huge for a couple reasons. One, Giannis is finally refocused. You could tell those last couple years he wasn't. He was kind of playing through the motions, being in Milwaukee. You had guys like Kyle Kuzma, Rollins, although Rollins is a solid young player. A lot of guys that weren't conducive to a championship winning team. And so now he goes into Miami, is paired along Bam Adebayo, and I don't think people realize it's a lot easier to convince other free agents, other players during the trade deadline to come to Miami. Just look at LeBron James, what he was able to do in Miami, setting up the big three. Although he still had other free agents come to Cleveland afterwards, his second time around, it's a lot easier to convince other free agents to come to Miami rather than, say, Milwaukee. Now, Tyler Hero leaving is addition by subtraction. Tyler Hero, I never thought was conducive to winning, even though they did make the finals 2 years, although Jimmy Butler had a lot to do with that. He goes to Milwaukee, and there's other rumors that Boston was another team in the fold. I'm not sure whether it's true or not, if they're willing to give up Jaylen Brown. Although I think deep down, I think Jaylen Brown would have liked to go to Milwaukee just to have his own team. I could see a scenario where he didn't exactly love that people were giving more credit to Jason Tatum. He will never say this publicly, or maybe will, who knows, but he wanted his own team. He wanted the credit, even though he did win Finals MVP. So, you know, I'm sure he's satisfied with his situation in Boston, but I think he does eventually want his own team. That remains to be seen. Now, there's going to be a lot of people saying Giannis, Bam Adebayo, that's not going to be enough. You got the Knicks, who just fresh off of a championship. You got the Pacers, they're going to be coming back. Halliburton's coming back. You got the Boston Celtics. They're not going anywhere anytime soon. And who knows, maybe a team like the Raptors could emerge from the shadows and be a contender. They have a lot of really good young players. However, I want to remind you, Giannis is the same person, the same fucking player that I swear to God, when I was watching the 2021 finals, he was the best player I've ever seen in the world. You could not convince me otherwise. Even better than Michael Jordan. I do not fucking care if that's asinine to say, but when I saw Giannis refocus, wanting to win a championship, there was no one better. Absolutely could not do anything with them. He scored 50 points, I feel like, every game. He was everywhere on defense and on offense. And when that mid-range is clicking and when he's making free throws, there's nothing you can do. You can't do anything about him. He's too good. Like, honestly, there's, much like Wemby now, there's times where I'm like, he's just too good. You can't do anything about it. He's literally just too good. So I think getting a refocused Giannis in a situation where he's finally happy, he's relieved that he's away from the Milwaukee situation. He's probably going to bring his brother to Miami too. But he's going to be refocused. Bam Adebayo, he's going to finally feel like, okay, I have Giannis here. Now we can actually contend for a championship. He's going to be refocused. And I think Pat Riley's going to start pulling some maneuvers in order to bring other star players to come to Miami. It's a lot easier with Giannis rather than Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero. Who the fuck wants to go to that shit, right? Now, this might be an adjustment period for Giannis. I think they might start out slow for about half a year, and then they'll pick it up, much like LeBron and the Heat when they were, going to consecutive finals appearances in the 2010s. But I think when it actually clicks, I think, man, for example, I don't think the Knicks, they're not going back to the finals. I think the Pacers and the Celtics they're right there. It's going to be a 3-horse race. I think Knicks they're going to be complacent. They just came off a championship. They'll take a step down. They'll bow out. I think it's going to be between the Pacers. It's going to be between the Celtics, and it's obviously going to be between the Heat. I think I'm telling you guys, a refocused, a hungry Giannis is going to be on a different level. He hasn't had an opportunity to win a championship since 2021. So take it 2027. It's been 6 years since he got a taste of that championship. So it's going to bode well for him. He's finally going to a situation where he's not playing with Kyle Kuzma and such, right? Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna win with a player as Kyle Kuzma as your second or third option, right? He tried it with Damian Lillard, that didn't work. In fairness, Damian Lillard got caught with the injury bug. He got hurt too much, and even when he was healthy, just never really clicked. Never really clicked for whatever reason, right? I mean, I think there are questions if they can build a roster around Giannis that fits with what he wants to do. It's already been proven in the past that it has worked with Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton. Although him and Chris Middleton went years of trying to form that 1-2 duo, so it took a little bit of time. Is he going to take as much time with Bam Adebayo? That remains to be seen. But yeah, we knew this was coming. We knew this was going to eventually happen. I always thought it was either going to be the Celtics or the Heat. I would have been completely shocked if it was the Celtics. I mean, how do you win a championship 2-3 years ago and then break it all open in order to get Giannis? I get it, Giannis, better player than Jaylen Brown, but now it's who's the first option? Is it Jason Tatum or is it Giannis? Do you relinquish that to Giannis, who just gets there, or is it Jason Tatum, who's been with the organization for almost 10 years? So that would have been something to talk about. It's like, okay, who's the Batman and who's the Robin? And then Jaylen Brown, it's like, okay, you got your team, but you're in Milwaukee. You don't have a lot going for you there, and you're in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. There's nothing to do there but to drink. So now you're in a situation where, fuck, I mean, I have my own team, but shit, are they going to give me enough resources to be able to compete? So, I mean, that would have, now he doesn't have to worry about that. Now he gets to stay in Boston and contend for more championships. So it becomes very, very interesting in the East. What happens? I think it's about a 3 to 4 team race, and then everyone else is kind of away from that pack. But this does change a lot of things in the East. Now, come the trade deadline, halfway through the year, now the Heat are on everyone's wish list to go to that team in order for them to push for a championship. Great for Giannis. He did everything he could with Milwaukee. Won them a championship, so they shouldn't be bitching about, oh, he should have stayed here for the rest of his career. Guys, he got you a championship. That's all you can hope for. It's Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Your only chance of winning a championship was getting a generation player like Giannis from the draft. He got you a championship. Boom. Now he's on to the Heat, hopefully winning multiple championships. I think they might just get one. I don't think he'll win multiple. He's already like 31, 32. So I think he's got one more in him, but hopefully that happens soon because, as you already know, your championship window can close very, very fast.